sheesh. There's a lot going on right here, folks. SantiAnna. And I'll tell you what, don't you do that. You're gonna put her, she's gonna put his eye out. Leave him alone. Folks, Luster here, and I don't know what's going on with this girl, but I'm over here in the pasture trying to clean up some of this old wet hay, and I do this on a regular basis. But for some reason, Tex has called her up and told her that this is a, look at this. He is not going to look at this girl. You guys better run, because she is out of control. It's funny. You know, normally, SantiAnna's not the kind of girl to do stuff like that. That's something that normally Tex likes to do, and SantiAnna could care less. But you know what? It doesn't take much to influence some people. Have y'all ever known anyone like that? Maybe you have kids that hang out with folks that are a bad influence. And you hear your kids have been doing something that you're like, my kid would never do that. Well, guess what? Who would have thought that SantiAnna would be doing all this kind of stuff? Look at this girl. Yeah, so what I do is, I come out here to the barn, and sorry about that. So I know it's a little bit hard to hear. Baby, let me just talk for a second, and I'll let you get back to whatever you're doing. So I take my tractor and I clean all that muck out of the barn there. I try to use the bucket and I pull it all out towards me. And then what I do, once I get it all pulled out, I try to take it all and push it to a big pile over here. But what I had done, I had set a roll inside of here. You would know about the hay bar. And I had also set one roll right there inside the barn. You can kind of see where it was sitting there by the white food trough. You can see the remnants of what's left over in it. But at some point, these guys will stop eating. Hey, SantiAnna is going to poke you where it doesn't feel good, buddy, if you're not careful. SantiAnna, what's gotten into you, love? You come over here running around doing all that nonsense. And I shouldn't even ask what's got into her. I know what's got into her. The devil. AKA Tex. Yeah, and he does the same thing in his pastures. Y'all seen him do it 100 times. I don't think you've ever seen SantiAnna do it. That's what was so unique about this. Okay, well, I'm going to finish up my little job here. Baby, I'm going to bring some fresh hay. And let's not have any of those antics. It's hard enough having... Oh, boy. It's hard enough having Tex do all that nonsense to me. But we can't have you doing that same stuff. And you're going to put somebody's eye out with them horns if you're not careful. And I don't want it to be my eye. I don't want anyone's eye to be put out, actually. Yeah. I love you. Watch out, Moo. She's coming back for more. Yeah, a lot of folks would think that Moo is so much bigger than her. How come he doesn't just stand up to her? Folks, it's not so much the size of the cow. In this case, it's the size of them horns. Seriously, look how long they are. And that makes a formidable weapon, seriously. And yeah. You can see here, I found a piece of string that I never got out of there. So I want to thank the person who sent me this. Trying to figure out how to open it with one hand. There we go. Oh, let's cue in that Rambo music, folks. I can get that out of here and not have to worry about. Look at that. Isn't that nice? It has a razor blade and then a regular knife blade. That's awesome. SantiAnna is going to pull those same stunts that Tex likes to do. Move, baby. Sweet girl, move. I'm opening the gate. So I'm actually using the roll of hay to push the gate open. I'm going real slow so as not to get, well, I don't want to break my gate. And I don't want to bend it. And I don't want to get her horns in there. I'm going to move, love. close the gate. Give me a second here. I want to set 2 of them inside here. I'll put one here inside the little hay bar, and I'll put a second one over there inside that part of the barn where it stay out of the rain. And this over here is all the muck we've piled up. Guys, seriously, think about the influence. SantiAnna has never acted this way before. She's never done all this. She's never done this, ever. However, she has watched and learned from him, because this is what he does. I bring a roll of hay in, Tex goes all crazy, he rubs his body all over it, starts trying to fight with it, and and that is exactly what she's doing, and I've never seen her do that. Yet she's making him proud. Boy, she's making him proud. Sweet girl, look at this. Baby, what are you doing? She's trying to fight it. Move, baby. SantiAnna. People are going to be really shocked about this behavior. I'm telling y'all, parents, you better watch who your kids hang out with, who they date, because the influence. There we go. Move out of the way, love. All right. Thank you. Oh, he's happy. All right. It is all yours, baby. Okay, it's all yours. Have at it. Now, this is actually a pretty good roll of hay. I've gone through most of the May hay. So now what I'm working with now is the hay that we had harvested in July. And so I want to show you real fast. The center of the hay looks really good. You can see that even without a trained eye. You know that that middle hay looks nice and it's a yellow color, and that's exactly where she's going to start eating. Now, the outsides of that hay, though, the top, I'd say the top 3 or 4 inches, maybe the top 5, 6 inches actually, dark brown. And then you got some lighter browns. They don't really mess with that a whole lot. They don't really care for that part of the hay. And so they'll eat that entire center out. And then what they have left over is be all the muck they don't care about. So this hay's not quite as bad, and they'll eat a lot more of this than they did of that. Like I said, this is the beginning of, I'm just now starting to feed my July hay. And they'll eat it pretty fast because they're, well, you can look around. We had our first frost a couple of nights ago. So now all of our grass has turned brown on us. We don't have a whole lot of green grass anymore. So they're gonna be dependent on hay for that roughage. And then of course I'll feed grains twice a day. I throw out corn in the mornings along with some cubes. You guys that know about cattle cubes. Not real nutritious, but it's a belly filler. And then I do a heavy grain feed in the afternoon, where you've seen that before. They each get an entire bowl here of grain. So they stay nice and fat. You can't say any of our animals are being underfed. That is not the case. Oh yeah, I know what you're all waiting for. Someone cue in my Rambo music. While I one-handed this knife. Let's get these strings off of this hay. There we go. Now we don't have any choking hazards. You know, this is actually a pretty good illustration to show you how deep you have to go till you get to the good hay. Let me go ahead and put this knife down for a second. Looky here. So this is all the nasty hay, and it goes, that's probably 3 or 4 inches deep. You can see, then you get the nice good hay here. But once we get our little building built, all of our hay will be just like this. We'll have a whole lot less waste and be a whole lot more nutritious as well. All right, there you go. Close up of SantiAnna. To say goodbye, SantiAnna. Look at them horns. Oh, you want a close up? Here we go. How about a close up of Moo? That's gross.